Good morning. I look a little wild this morning. Sometimes I wake up with this big fluffy hair and raccoon eyes. I got up nice and early this morning. I didn't have my hour of work. I edited that measly little video from yesterday, and yeah. Then I spent I finished doing the tubular bind off on the hem for my cardigan, so that was great. And then I picked up the stitches for the collar on my cardigan, which took probably an hour. It was a lot, and now I'm a couple rows into the ribbing, so I think I'll get that done today, which means I should get my cardigan done by the end of today, which means I can go ahead and sew it and block it and probably wear it this week. That is super exciting. But it's almost time to wake up my daughter. I'm shocked. She actually slept through the night, so she must have been pretty tired yesterday. It's 7:30 now and she's still asleep, which she's got to wake up any minute. There's no way she's going to stay asleep much longer. But I'm trying to prepare for the day, and one of the things I decided to take on this morning is, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you, but we like to buy things in bulk, like our rice, flour, oats. That helps really to keep the grocery bill down a lot. If you don't buy in bulk, you might want to consider it. It's obviously an investment up front, but then I have in front of me 25 pounds of organic rolled oats, and I think it was something like $25 or $30. So yeah, it can be a good idea, but the only thing is you have to kind of manage all of that inventory in your house. So I need to open this bag and transfer some of it to a smaller container so that we'll actually use it up. But we have all kinds of things like split peas, beans. Yeah, we don't buy a lot of pre-made foods and packaged foods, so you do end up spending a lot of time cooking, and you have to have the storage space. We just use our pantry, but it really does help keep the grocery bill down, and you constantly have access to filling and nutritious food, which is one of the most important things to me. So yeah, I need to transfer some of these oats. This is the great big bag that we have right now. It's from Azure Standard. That's where we get a lot of our food. I just placed an order today for pickup on Monday, so it's kind of a national food co-op, so you order your foods and then you have to be present at the drop-off location to pick up your items off the truck. You kind of help break down the pallets in the truck. So yeah, that's my oats. That's my small container up there I'm going to transfer them to, and then I'll have to make sure this is closed up tightly. I would like to get a big plastic tub to store some of these things in. Our plastic tubs are pretty full right now, but just to help prevent pests from getting into them, because at that point you've wasted your investment. All right, I'm gonna do this and then probably wake up my daughter. Good morning, Laura. I love you. Laura is awake, so now I'm making us breakfast. We had a little cuddle first, which was really nice. I love it when she wakes up and gives me a nice big smile when I open the door. It's honestly the best thing on the whole planet. Okay, I'm making us some delicious oatmeal. So I showed you guys the oats. I'm making spiced cinnamon apple oatmeal with coconut milk and chia seeds. So right now I've got my diced, I think they're Gala apples. We picked them up last night. Those are cooking right now. They have a little bit of salt and cinnamon and coconut oil, and I'm going to add maybe some brown sugar. I don't know. I already have sugar in the oatmeal, so maybe I'll leave those as is. And then I added in some chia seed to the oats that are cooking right now in the coconut milk to add some omega-3s and a little bit of fiber, as well as some iron and a little bit of protein. And then I sweetened it with this maple syrup, and I added some vanilla extract. She's going to get me a spoon for my tea. She didn't appreciate that I borrowed hers, so she said, "Give Mama a spoon." You're getting Mama a spoon? She put the chair in the way of her drawer. Silly baby. Okay, I gave her a hand. Now I'm all set. Thank you, Aura. Now that my tea is spilled. Say bye, pup. See you soon. We're going to see Mimi and Papa. Come on, honey. I am getting in the car, getting ready to take my daughter over to her grandparents' house, and then I'm gonna have a really productive day at work. My eyes are starting to water the second I get in the car because of the air conditioner, which is fun. I threw my hair up today in little pigtails since I'm gonna be mostly dyeing yarn. I'm hoping to finish dyeing up for the kits today. We'll see. Some of them will definitely ship out, and goodness, I'm not crying, it's the air conditioner. Some of the kits that are dry will go ahead and ship out today, and then I'll be dyeing up hopefully the rest today. And then, other than a couple of other orders that came in, I should be all caught up on all of that. And then the last thing left to dye, because I do have the Alabama Fiber Festival in like 2 weeks, November 2nd at Briarfield Park here in Alabama. I'm going to dye up whatever yarn I have left to try to make a special colorway for that. They gave us a picture inspiration, and it's like bronze and taupe and beige and then like teal. So it's basically going to be based off of a picture of some minerals that they found at the park. So yeah, I'll have fun playing with that. Probably not today, but that'll be the rest of the dyeing I'll have to do this month as far as the deadline goes. Okay, time to get driving and go start my day. Okay, I'm at the shop. I've got a couple of pots of water starting to heat up to dye the main colors for the pumpkin sweater kits, and I ran to the bathroom, and as I was washing my hands, I was like, why do my eyes look so weird today? And it's because I didn't do mascara, which is fine, but I forgot to do it, and I saw my reflection, and I thought that, you know, I looked strange. It's just because I'm used to, if I have eyeliner on, I've got mascara on, but instead of mascara, I have my face powder still in my eyelashes. So yeah, I just noticed that. It doesn't ever happen, but often I almost do this because mascara is my last step, because I do setting spray and I don't want to get setting spray on the mascara and then have the mascara go on my face. So yep, forgot the mascara. No big deal, because I'm just going to be dyeing yarn today anyway, so I'm not super glammed up or anything, and I'm about to sneeze. In the no mascara and the air conditioner earlier, I was wondering why it looked like I had just been sobbing crying, and that's why. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now while I wait for those pots to heat up is fold the cranes that are going to go out in the orders that are shipping today. I just had an email, I just got in another order. I'll be sure to show that to you guys because it's very fun, it's very bright. And then I have a couple of other orders that came in over the weekend that need to ship out today, plus some orders from last week that were not able to ship right away. They will be shipping now. I say they, it's the one that I showed you last week that I was dyeing, the worsted weight pre-order sort of yarn, and then of course the pumpkin sweater kits. So I'm going to do all the shipping first and go from there. Here is Golden Afternoon on Merino worsted. This was sort of custom requested from a sweet customer. I don't think the color is coming across on the screen accurately at all. I'm looking at the screen and it looks quite different actually, but I am very excited to get these in the mail. Here is a much better look at the colors. Of course, in the natural light, it looks more correct. And so these are shipping out with Cinder and Snow. We've got 2 sweater quantities here. And now everything is ready to go. So I'm excited to put this in the mail. I have to go print off some labels, and then I will get these in the package. Another order, we have a Monster Movies sock set. Here we have another fun one, some of my favorite colors. You know, as time goes on, I just realized that every color is my favorite color, but this one is my Woodfire Clay colorway on the silk mohair, and we've got Golden Afternoon on merino nylon fingering weight, and then we have a couple Sunrise Grove items. We've got the Kraken floss drop floss organizer. I have the same one and I'm using it right now and I love it. And then we have these little terrarium stitch markers. They have little desert scenes. I wonder if this sweet customer will be pairing these together. I think they would actually work out quite nice in the same project. Of all the different colors on the table right now. Okay, I'm packing this order up and then I will show you guys this one. So this order is really nice and colorful, and this customer told me in their order note that they also love the Twilight Zone, so we are definitely internet friends now. How bright and colorful and fun this order is. It's like all of my current bright colors that I have to offer. Let's see, we've got the pop art kit. This is actually the last one. I will dye more, but yeah, that's the last one for now. We've got a couple of candles. This one is a cinnamon chai, and then this one is a coffee scented candle. I wrote this little copy here. And okay, we've got a Monster Movie sock set. We have California Poppy on a sock weight yarn, and then we have this super bright fun yellow mini from Coats & Co, and a couple of these Sarah Hart's labels that you can put either in your sewing projects, or you can put them in the necks of your sweaters or whatever your heart desires. But I love these ones because they're very colorful. This one says handmade and this one says made by mom, which I think is so sweet. So I need to find a good box for this order since it has the candles. I have to make sure those get there safely. And then this is the last order to pack up right now, and then I have to start scanning up the pumpkin sweater kits, and some of those should go out today too. The shipping label on this, I just wanted to show you guys this box. If you ever receive a random looking box from me in an order, it's because I save all of the shipping materials that my vendors use to send me things, and I reuse them if possible. So this box came from Plum Deluxe Tea when I ordered it in my last shipment. I don't want to just throw this perfectly good box away, so even though it has their tape all over it, I reuse this box just to avoid buying new materials when, you know, I've got perfectly good ones available to me. So if you ever receive a random box, just know I do want your packaging to look cute, but I also don't want to be wasteful. So that's the deal with this random box. Here are some of the pumpkin sweater yarns. I love pink and orange together, and especially these two shades. So I'm about to start skeining up the skeins that are dry, and there are still quite a few that aren't quite dry. They might be dry by the end of the day, but otherwise they'll be dry tomorrow, so then I can ship some more out tomorrow. And yeah, and then the skeins that I'm dyeing today will probably be dry by tomorrow afternoon or probably the next day. So I will have all of the kits out theoretically by Friday at the latest, which is exciting because that is a little bit sooner than I had anticipated. So there we go. So I am building up the sweater kits. These are the ones that I have ready to go so far. I've got these two that are fully dry. Everything is there. I just need to put the labels on, which I just printed, and then these will be going in the mail. And then I've got all of my packing slips over here. I'm obviously not going to show those because they have people's information on them. So I've been laying them out and just taking counts of everything that I need. I have the rest of the pumpkin yarns over here for the pumpkin color work, and then I have a couple of pinks that they didn't turn out quite as they were supposed to, so thankfully I'm dyeing up extra. Like, they're super beautiful, but like this one is pretty nicely solid. Of course, it's a hand dyed, so you're always going to get a little variation, but it's just somehow it's a little bit darker than all the rest, which is always funny to me because I'm very meticulous when I dye these, but it still happens. And then this one has a couple of big splotches that are honestly not that big of a deal if you just have one or two little ones here and there. Again, I think that's par for the course with hand dyed yarn, but this one actually has large chunks where that's in there. So yeah, all the pumpkin yarn, the pumpkin sweater yarn is coming together. I just went and sort of did a little quality check on the pinks that I've dyed so far today. They all seem like they're really great. So I have a pot going of the last of the Celadon color for the foliage in the color work. And then I just have 15 more undyed skeins that once they have soaked for a while longer, I'm going to dye those all up in the main color, the pink. And once those are all dry and done, I'm all done with the sweater kits. So I'm nearly done with the hard part, which is dyeing all the yarn. Here's the last pumpkin sweater kit that's going out today. And this order is a little extra fun because it also has a skein of Aura on the non-superwash DK, which I think this skein is particularly beautiful. And then my last coffee collection mini skein bundle. So hooray, going in the mail. There's one more order that came in today. It's a Chihiro sock set, which I used to make the Cider House socks by Summer Lee. I knit these last October actually, and I have, other than trying them on, I've never gotten to wear them because they've been hanging up in the shop as a sample ever since I finished them because I love them so much. I wanted to keep them nice and clean, and lots of people come in and they love to look at these, so I want to have these in my wardrobe so badly, but I just haven't yet taken them off the wall. Part of me is tempted to make a second pair just so I can have one to wear. But anyway, this is the pattern I always recommend when people buy the Chihiro sock set. It looks like I actually have just 3 left of the Chihiro sock sets. I do dye this one pretty regularly, but I probably won't dye this again before the end of the year. So I've got 3 more Chihiro and 3 more monster movies. I have 1 Gnome Collection bundle, and then I have 1 Pumpkin Harvest mini skein bundle. So today was excellently productive. I got a whole lot of work done. It's 10 minutes until I close now, but I'm just going to go ahead and close the doors because I have to drive to the post office and make sure all these packages get in the mail. Normally I can just drop them off in the box on my way home, but there's a couple that are too big, so I have to take them to the counter, and it closes at 4. So I'm headed there now, and yeah, it was just a wonderful day. I didn't knit a single stitch at work today, which is okay. I very much only worked. I just finished replying to the majority of the new comments that have come in on Vlogtober since I last had a chance to sit down. So that was a really wonderful way to end my workday. I also snacked on, this is my guilty pleasure. I'm going to show it to you guys. I am very adamant about, the fact that I do not eat processed foods on a regular basis, but there is one thing. I maybe get 1 to 2 boxes of this per year, so it's okay. But when I do get a box, I finish it in 2 days. It's bad. This is my guilty pleasure. These Annie's Bunny Grahams, Neapolitan flavor, specifically the strawberry bunnies, the little pink ones. I really wish that Annie's would only make a box full of the pink ones. Yeah, so I really wish that Annie's would just make a box full of the pink ones, although that would be a detriment to my health because then I would probably eat them more often than I do. But if you can find those, yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. Okay, I'm headed to the post office to order some stuff from IKEA for the shop for some of my displays. And they had this for $6, and if you're ordering all the way from IKEA and paying for shipping, I couldn't not, right? It's so cute. It's a little pumpkin. I forgot that I ordered some taper candles from IKEA because they had quite a few. I really prefer to burn beeswax, but this was a good value, and I really rely on candlelight. I just prefer it, as you have seen in my videos, and I'm almost out of these ones. They didn't have orange, so I got this forest green, but I forgot yesterday when I was out running errands, I came across these beautiful candles, and they're in plastic, so you can't see them very well, but I will try to show them later. But I grabbed these beautiful candles, forgetting I had gotten those green ones. So now I'm very stocked up on beautiful candles. I actually can't get over how much I love this. It just makes the whole room look so nice. It's going to be so fun when the lights go down, but it even looks fantastic right now with the daylight coming in. Oh, my home just looks so cute right now. It's not spotless, but it looks adorable. I love decorating for autumn. And it just feels really good to also have the plants back inside. We can't really paint our walls because, and I can't hang up anything right here because as you see, we have a projector. We have a little, not a little, we have a TV, little compared to our projector screen. We have a TV right there, and that was a compromise between my husband and myself, between Jason and me, because I do like watching the projector. It's a lot of fun, but the colors aren't very vivid, and I do like to have, you know, vivid colors. So we have this older TV that we use to watch certain things, and then we use the projector for like movies and things. But I watch a lot of animated shows, and so I like watching them on here so that I get more of the color saturation because I love animation and cartoons. Anyway, I can't do anything right here, so it makes the room kind of feel bare because, you know, as you can see, I like to put things on the walls. Yeah. So anyway, I'm so happy to have the plants inside again. I have a couple of silly little things to show you guys. So again, I was placing a business order with IKEA because I needed fixtures for my shop that you will probably see tomorrow. And they had a couple of really cute little things that I just had to get. So these are stool covers. Do I have appropriately sized stools for this? I do not, but I know where to get them. So I have to go get stools, and then these will be little stool covers. I'm not quite sure if I will put them in my house or at the shop, but they're really cute and extremely cushioned. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were just going to be fabric cover, but they're pillows. And then I got 2 throw pillows, and these I bought for the shop, but they actually look really nice in here. They match the other green pillows that I have in my house, so they might end up in here. I'm gonna play around with it and see, but they actually go quite well with my house decor. I'm clearly drawn to this sort of style. Jason is a potter, and a few of his pieces are out because the woman that he works with, they got to chatting about tea, and I guess that for, I don't know, for many decades she's been collecting really nice tea, and so she actually brought this to my husband. This is a pu'er tea. And apparently it is quite nice. So as a thank you gift, he brought her a few of his pieces, pottery, to let her pick a couple to take home. And so these are the ones that she didn't pick. I'm a little greedy when it comes to his pieces, so I am glad that he did it without me knowing which ones he took, because I feel so precious about all of his pottery that I'm glad he did that. That was the nice thing to do, to return her gesture, but yeah, I'm glad I don't know which pieces went. But yeah, before I put these away, I just thought I would show you a few of his pieces. This is a clay body that he mixed up, and he just does like a very simple glaze, and yeah, I think they're gorgeous. Sarah is watching My Neighbor Totoro, which is our usual evening routine. She would watch this movie over and over and over again if she had anything to do with it, and some days we do. Yeah, we watch this at least once a day, and there have been days where she has asked me to put it right back on for her as soon as it's done. Ingredients for tonight's dinner: we have a nice big leek, I have some baby bok choy, shiitake mushrooms, and I'm going to make a sort of a white miso ramen. So I'm going to make a broth out of white miso, and it's going to be sort of like a ramen, and I'm going to serve it with tofu. I have my buckwheat noodles and my rice ramen noodles, but I do have these. I get these at one of our local Asian markets. It's a pretty big pack. There's tons of bowls of ramen's worth of noodles in here. Also got another pepper from the garden. This one's been in our fridge and needs to get used up. And then I've got ginger, garlic, and of course wakame, my favorite thing in the whole dish. There aren't a whole lot of things that make my mouth actually water, but the smell of toasted sesame oil sauteing in a pan with leeks, ginger, and garlic There is honestly no more delicious smell. That actually makes my jaws almost hurt with how delicious it is. This is my compost collection for cooking, if you were wondering. Okay, so I've just finished chopping up my aromatics, so I'm gonna let those pan fry. I've got my, or not pan fry, but I'm gonna let them saute a little bit, and then I've got my broth started, and I'm going to do my bok choy in a separate pan because my husband has a biological aversion to eating any kind of cabbage. Oh, and I need to dice my shiitakes, and then I also need to press the water from my tofu. I really like the Nasoya super firm tofu, but this one's pretty good. It's okay. It's okay. The Nasoya super firm tofu is the best because it has the best texture, but this one's pretty good. I mean, they all taste about the same. A handful of beautiful shiitake mushrooms. I do a combination of finely minced shiitake mushrooms in the saute pan, as well as thinly sliced shiitakes cooking in with the broth.